What's up guys, here's 20, I hope you're doing well. Today we're back in automation. We are going to be building two identical cars, as you can see right in front of you, all the B-roll footage. These cars are very similar, same chassis, same quality sliders, and the one has aero and a bigger engine, all that. As you would have seen in the last video, we built two identical engines, one turbo, one NA. And this is what we are going to be continuing. I'm also going to show you how I build cars in automation. So the first thing we're going to be doing is selecting our chassis, which is going to be an aluminum panel chassis. Monocoque construction, front lock tunable engine. Those are your suspension options, as you can see right in front of you. We're going to be doing two quality slider on everything basically, manual 5-speed, speed cap at 285 kilometers an hour, clutch to LSD, +3 quality, tires as wide as I possibly can. I am gonna make them square once the quality and once the sliders are available. I just have to do a few things. As you can see in your left hand corner, we have our year set at 1990. I'm going to continue on now to suspension. As you can see here, you've got a lot of options. I'm going to use this option. This car costs 31,800. That is cheap enough, and it has a top speed of 260 kilometers an hour. Now we're going to be messing with a few different light options till I find the one that fits the kidney girls perfect. That's what I'm gonna be changing over to now, is the girl setup and how we adapt that. As you can see, we need to go turn off the magnet, the snapping function so to speak, to have our two separate girls. They look pretty good. I'm not gonna run those headlights, I don't like them. I think those look okay for now. I might change them later. Need to add the secondary vent for more airflow. We turn the magnet back on. Perfect set of taillights for this thing. Is the older E34 BMW taillights. They've been using those taillights up until the E92 BMW, I believe. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong on that. I think that looks good so far. Now we just need some mirrors and also some door handles. As you'll note, between these door handles and the other BMW we're building, well, BMW type, I'm not going to name it a BMW for obvious reasons. And we're going to be adjusting a few things as we go along. I'll change the color eventually as we move through things and modifying and getting them suited. Next up, we're going to be changing the rims or wheels, or whichever way you say it. Do I think those look perfect? I'm going to keep those on both vehicles. As you can see, we can only go to a 305 in the front, which is not really good. 220 square with some offset, just to help make it look a little better, with some 18-inch rims. Readjust the front end. I think this is the type of fine adjustment I do not show very often on the channel, because I find it not really that interesting for people to see. Naming this vehicle is going to be pretty simple. We're going to be using a simple numerical value as our display, like that. As you can see, the 250 stands for the size of the engine for this particular vehicle. I'm also going to use the acronym CPW. That's what I name all the engines. It's just an easy way for me to keep track of anything. We're going to do names front and rear just to make it simple. So far it's looking absolutely beautiful. Now I am gonna use a wing on this particular vehicle, because it's gonna be how I see it, is a nice bow on top of the wonderful thing we've built here. Now note, I'm not adding an interior or doing any like stuff you would do normally, like wipers, and also, you know, the smaller details is the best way I can put it. So far it's looking absolutely beautiful. I am going to use a different style wing because I like this style wing a little more. And there's going to be some OEM purists in here talking about BMW stuff. Look, this is not supposed to be a BMW or a replica of a BMW. This is just my building. It's just me building a car. So our final price is $32,400. That's our final price on this. I think it looks absolutely awesome. And it's incredibly affordable for something that can go 260 kilometers an hour. So while I quickly add all the values and do all that, I'm also going to export the vehicle. The export icon is the 3 targets. So here we have the other vehicle, the one I actually took some time to build. One thing you have to note, this thing looks much more aggressive than the other car, got a lot more power, and it costs a little more. Coming in at the price of $54,500. As you can see, top speed of 318 kilometers an hour, or around 199 miles an hour, if I'm not wrong. So what I'm gonna be displaying now is what's supposed to look different variables to every car. What do I mean by it? Every performance model trim has to have something that makes it unique, not just a badge that says this and this and this. I like cars that display the badging. We're only going to be doing 2 tests in BeamNG now. We're going to be running a drag strip test, as you can see here. These cars together actually look quite good. I do have to say that. These things look beautiful together. As you can see, both of them are same size, same everything basically, except the engine and a few other accessories, as you can see. Now I'm going to take this vehicle, we're going to line it up to our drag strip icon here. Note, we are not running a practice tree today. We're going to be doing an opponent race because I don't have 2 versions of me, I only have 1 of me. As you can see here, we're going to select the vehicle, go down to our vehicle that we have in our folder there, right at the top, perfect, select. Now we say start. So let's see what happens here. I think I'm gonna absolutely dust the other car, but let's see. Oh my goodness. That thing is just sounds like he has a bit of a skill issue there. To be fair, this thing sounds actually pretty good, I must say that. And supposed to be lined up, hopefully. 3, 2, 1, go. This thing moves. For only 500 horsepower and 1.4 tons. That thing moves. And 1145 at 125 miles an hour. That's pretty good. Reaction time was a bit slow. That's fine. As you can see, 1154 for me, and for the opponent or the other vehicle it was a 1509 at 98 miles an hour. So it's not terrible, but I wouldn't call it good. It's okay. Next we're gonna move over to our speed test and test these vehicles to where they cap out at top speed. So gonna move the vehicles over there now. And note, this is the first time I've had 2 vehicles to test in BeamNG at one particular time in one video. So let's test this top speed now. This is from 1 mile an hour to 63 miles an hour, it takes 5.22 seconds, or a distance of 258.12 feet. We're almost doing our top speed, which is 199 miles an hour. 175 now. 180. 185. 190. 195. As you can see here, we're absolutely moving. We're almost on 200 miles an hour so far. It's looking absolutely good. I think we reach our top speed in any given moment now. 198 miles an hour. Theoretically we should do over 200 miles an hour, but because I set this car up more for turning capabilities, that's why we're only getting to, I believe 200 is where we're going to cap. So it's 199 miles an hour, where theoretically we should stop accelerating. 200 miles an hour, there we go. My goal for this car was 200 miles an hour. Just north of $54,000, you can get a vehicle that does 200 miles an hour. So let's move on to the next vehicle. Run it up, rev it up. For an NA vehicle, this thing sounds pretty good. So we're doing 50 miles an hour now. 60, 70, 75, 80, 90. Come on, 100. Let's see, 110. 120. Almost 130. 130. 135. 139. 140. We're so damn close. 142 so far. It's looking good. 145. 146. 147. 148. 149. 150. Just a little more. All I need. 154, almost 155. I think it's gonna cap out at about 160 miles an hour, I believe. I do think it's not gonna go any faster than that. It would be awesome, but I have to keep a realism. I have to keep some realistic expectations. 159 miles an hour. 160 miles an hour, that's pretty much where we're gonna cap. I think maybe 161. If we get 161, that's good. Still means 161, there we go. That still means you can still buy a car that can go excess of 150 miles an hour for just over $32,000. So yeah, that's gonna be our... oh no. Well, that happened. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.